Hello everybody and welcome to another one of my tips and tricks videos. I'm Magnusword2 and today we are going to be discussing the survivor role. Now the survivor role is one of my favourite roles simply because it's probably the most difficult role to play properly in the game. The survivor role is different from every single role in the game in the fact that you are the one who is supposed to live and you're not supposed to try and be causing the death of anybody else. Now, I know some people may find that boring, however, I disagree with that because the survivor has a very key role to play in the game, in that the survivor can be a decision maker in key opportunities. So first, I'm going to tell you how to survive as a survivor, and then how you can be useful in the game, and how you can become the most powerful person in the game, basically. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to say is what you want to do with survivor is reveal your role. Now, I don't mean right off the start with this. However, revealing that you're a survivor is the safest thing to do when you are a survivor, as the mafia serial killer will know that you are a survivor and will not attack you because they will be afraid of wasting time. Since the survivor role wins with the mafia or serial killer, they will basically just leave you alone unless there's some malicious person who has another reason to attack you. So revealing your role will also gain you the trust of the townies, as they will see you as harmless. Well, they won't really trust you, but they won't try and lynch you because, again, nobody wants to kill the survivor. It's a wasted kill, and you can be useful to them if you choose them. Therefore, that brings me to the next point. Something you have to do as a survivor is to pick a side. Now, the survivor wins with everybody, so you have to choose who you want to win with. Say you want the townies to win, or they look like they're going to win, you side with the townies, help them lynch out the mafia. If the mafia look like they're going to win, see if you can find out who they are, whisper them, and tell them that you're on their side, and that you'll help them to kill the townies through lynching, or simply by not being a negative presence in lynching the mafia. Now, again, with a serial killer, if there's 3 people left, there's you, the serial killer, and the other guy, simply say, I'm a survivor. If you attack me, I will put on a vest, and I win with you anyway, and he'll kill the other person. It's quite simple. I will tell you now, the survivor's not supposed to be a nice person. You are to survive by any means necessary, even betraying some team that you have already gotten acquainted with. Right. Okay, the next thing is that you need to abstain from lynching. If you have... This is something key, in that the survivor can be picked up by anybody as any role through what they say in lynching. If you say you're innocent while you're lynching a mafia, the town is likely to lynch you as an immune person. This is the survivor's greatest weakness. The survivor can be branded as immune, which is the key trait of serial killer, godfather, and arsonist. This is bad, in that while it also protects you, it also hurts you. So that's something you need to watch out for. So abstaining from lynching is proof that you're not on anybody's side at the time, and that you're not going to get lynched after that. Okay, next thing. Well, this is something that you might be interested in if you want to stay alive, is lynch the serial killer. This is something that you should take an interest in. The serial killer is a lone wolf who just wants to kill as many people before he basically wins. Now, this means that he wants you dead, because he can't tell who anyone is. He just wants as many people dead as possible. This is bad for you. You want to survive, you want to live, but your vests are precious. Therefore, if there's a chance to lynch the serial killer, you should take it. Despite the fact you can win with him, it's not a good idea to have a serial killer around. Again, this is the same for the arsonist, because the arsonist can kill you regardless of your role. So, and the serial killer. Not the, I'm sorry, guys. Up here. And the arsonist. There we go. I get confused sometimes. Okay, the last thing that you want to do when you are a survivor, which personally I've come across time and again, is you need to remember you are benign. An awful lot of people, for some reason, think that the survivor is a neutral evil role on the game. Remember, it is not. Remind people that you are a benign role and that you can be a part of it even if a neutral evil role has been taken up and there is no other way that you can be in anything because they think you are evil. However, there is a neutral benign space there because you're a survivor. Make sure they know that and make sure that you won't get lynched because people think that you're evil. Okay, now we move on to the don'ts of this session. Right, the first thing is, do not antagonize anyone. Now, this is something that really, it's true for a lot of roles that antagonizing is bad, but for the survivor it is key. You want to be groveling, begging, making sure nobody wants to kill you, not giving any reason for anyone want to kill you, such as saying such and such could be mafia. Do not try to help the town like that. Do not try it. It ends in your death, and you really do not want that. Okay, next thing is you should not claim any other role. Lying will mean the townies are suspicious of you, and the mafia will take the opportunity to get rid of you. Despite the fact you're a survivor, the mafia will want you dead because you're an extra vote against them, potentially, and the townies will see you as a potential vote against them. The survivor is very unliked by both sides. However, if you make sure they know you're a survivor, they won't bother you, and they won't lynch you because it is a waste of a role. But if you claim any other role and they know you're lying, you're dead. They will lynch you without a moment's hesitation. Next thing is don't whisper. Or say you are on the side of the mafia. Now, I know earlier on in the thing I said you should whisper, but only early on in the game. The only way you should whisper is if you are part of the majority group. If you have already teamed up with the mafia or the town, it's fine to whisper to them. However, to just do that, it's earlier on in the game, it's not very good for you. People will pick up on whispers and will likely ask what they were about. At which point you have to lie, and again lying will lead to your death. Which leads to the very big don't, which is don't lie unneededly. That is the biggest killer when you're the survivor. You need to be a bastion of truth. Lying will get you killed. I'm sorry. So, I think I've covered everything for now. If you have any other tactics as a survivor that you'd like to share with me, please put them in the comments. I hope these help you a lot, as the survivor role can be very stressful for a lot of people, And okay, I'm Magnusword2, and this has been Tips and Tricks.